Hello, everyone, and welcome to AEW Dark. I'm Excalibur, joined, as always, by the human suplex machine, Taz. And Taz, your man, Brian Cage, ahead of his big matchup with the #1 ranked Hangman tomorrow night on Dynamite, will be in action here tonight.
I am so fired up. The FTW World Heavyweight Champion in action in this episode.
Well, let us not delay any further and throw it down to our colleague, Justin Roberts, standing by inside the ring.
This is a tag team bout set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring, the team of D3 and FUEGO del Sol.
FUEGO del D3 in action here tonight on AEW Dark. There's D3, there's FUEGO del Sol.
Roman garb, but he's Italy. He's from Italy. But remember, we had a lady here. It was in the Romanesque gear. Gimmick. Do you remember?
Who was that?
Yeah.
Yo!
Yo!
Wait.
Yo!
Hold on. Yo.
D3 against us? Yo, you gotta be kidding me. You got a better chance at a hospital in Italy. What up, Fuego? You about to get lost like a Lego. Acclaimed got the sauce like Prego. I cook you up like I'm Action Bronson. Slap you in the face straight, crack your conscience. My name is Max, that's Anthony. We are the Acclaimed. Everything you plan to be. Yeah, why do you wear a mask? You're afraid, huh? What's your real identity? Huh?
I love the little burial session at the end.
Back him up!
It's always the best.
The ad-libs, yeah.
AEW! The Acclaimed have arrived!
Anthony Bowens, Platinum, Max Caster, the Acclaimed. You think Bowens likes Caster?
Great chance of, no, he doesn't. But they are an excellent team, no doubt, and D3 and FUEGO are probably in a lot of trouble here.
Taz, I'm going to say something. It's going to seem a very obvious statement, but I want you to pay attention to my inflection.
No problemo, amigos.
Max Caster has a personality.
I'm waiting for the rest of the sentence.
No, that's what I meant. It's going to seem like an obvious statement, but I want you to pay attention to the inflection. He has a personality.
Bro, I don't get what the frig you're talking about. What are you talking about?
He's a pain in the ass.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Oh, D3.
That's true, he is. D3 bringing the kicks right to the hamstring.
Ooh,
Another
chopping
one.
down on the outside of the thigh.
Cass is a big cat. He's a big dude. And D3 is trying to bring him down a size or two, but it's tough.
Big elbow strike. Dropping D3 down to the canvas. Platinum Max Caster in control. D3 though, reversal blind tag by Bowens.
Yes. Whoa, watch out.
Bowens, oh, the neck breaker and back breaker combo. Hook of the far leg, two. You can see Anthony Bowens with that left leg taped up. Did have a minor knee injury and a scope of the knee. Not a reconstruction, as Max Caster said.
Yeah, no, it's a scope. It's a totally different animal.
Yeah.
It's you can definitely come back quicker with some PT after a scope, and that's what Bowens has did. He's also in great shape and trained throughout his rehab on that scope knee.
Yeah, Anthony Bowens, a tremendous athlete, and whoa, taking D3 over the top, making short work of him, perhaps, no, opting not for the cover.
Olympic slam gimmick.
Yes, it was.
I would call it. I'm just saying. I might have taken one or two, never lost, but that's another story.
Oh, leaping Enziguri there by D3, makes the tag out to FUEGO del Sol. FUEGO and Bowens teeing off on one another.
FUEGO Jones, here we go.
That's actually FUEGO del Sol. As he's teeing off on Bowens. Irish whip into the corner. Bowens reversed it.
Oh, nice. Well done by FUEGO.
FUEGO drops Caster. Steps up with the Enziguri. Bowens very unsteady.
Oh, here it
Fuego
is.
looking for the tornado DDT, but instead got suplexed into the corner.
Almost broke him in half.
Bowens
Smart now getting Caster in this thing here, bringing him right towards that corner.
setting up Fuego for Acclaimed to fame. The big elbow drop. Caster covers and picks up the win.
Here are your winners, the Acclaimed.
Well, Taz, the Acclaimed picking up right where they left off just prior to Anthony Bowens' injury.
Yeah, they're winning. They are just winning. They're cooking on all cylinders for sure. That's kind of weird. That's kind of odd. What the? But anyways, I mean, I tell you what, man, he does the most odd stuff.
Taz, Max Caster, he has a personality.
Yeah, now I get it.
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
The elbow drop ended the evening for Fuego del Sol. Or perhaps it began the evening a little earlier.
As he makes out with Fuego's fingers. It's disgusting. I can't believe I just said that. That might have affected our monetization.
Ahead of their big tag team showdown with the Young Bucks tomorrow night, Matt and Mike Sydal are in action next here on AEW Dark.
This is a tag team contest set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring at a combined weight of 335 pounds, Matt and Mike Sydal.
Matt Sydal, a busy man this week, picked up the win last night on Elevation in a great match with Joey Janela.
Oh, yeah.
Now here alongside his brother on AEW Dark.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 402 pounds, a team of David Ali and Aaron Fry.
You notice Mike Sydal, he has his patented yoga mat with him. That's what he wears across his chest.
Oh, you got a patent on it?
Oh, it's patented. Yeah, he's working on a trademark and patent for it. But yeah, it's you know, basically that's where he performs his asani. You know, it's,
Yeah, that's my favorite brand of water.
no, that's close, but no cigar.
Hey, you know a thing about cigars.
Yes, I do, but it's tough to even talk yoga with someone who's not a yoga enthusiast like me. You're not.
I am not a yoga enthusiast. That is
So Mike, me, Matt, we talk all the time. We lay on the mat, we roll around, you know, stretch. You know what I mean? Downward Dog Jones, everything. There we go. Wrist control right here by
child's pose.
That's the baby pose.
Mike Sydal up to his feet. Cartwheels over. David Ali finds himself in a side headlock here.
Yeah, strong headlock by Mike. Got in there tight.
David Ali sends, wow, great cartwheel there. Arm drag, a second one, and Mike Sydal hangs on.
Yeah, you know, just like the brother, man. Sydal's, man.
Oh, look at this, into a pin.
They're brothers and they're both fast. Fast brothers, Mike and Matt. They can haul ass in that ring.
Tag out to Matt Sydal, the more experienced of the two brothers.
Traditional arm bar now. Inverts it a little bit here. Going for a little double wrist lock. Oh, almost went for a double wrist lock. Hammer lock. Little snap mare, both knees down, almost like a flying mare. A little old school right there.
And Ali, as soon as he turned around, Matt Sydal was waiting there with the arm drag. Look at this crucifix here. Ali kicking out. Matt Sydal keeping the pressure on David Ali.
If you notice, man, not just a basic arm wringer, how hard he snapped him down. Just shows, you know, intensity on every single thing that Matt Sydal does. That's hence his, you know, success he's had in the industry all these years. Oh, there you go, another little flying mare action right there. Went for he was gonna go for a round kick to the back. Well, there's the round kick to the back. I knew he wanted that at one point, you could tell.
Big chopping kicks there by Matt Sydal. And, you know, over the last couple of months, we've seen a lot of tension between Matt Sydal and Kenny Omega, but that spilled over to the other members of the Elite. And the Sydal brothers facing the Jackson brothers, Matt and Nick Jackson, the AEW World Tag Team Champions in a tag team match coming up.
Oh, yeah. That's can't wait. Look at this. What the heck is this? What's the Sydals doing?
Double bow and arrow stretch here.
Man,
David Ali.
Oh, God, the poor guy. Jeez.
Aubrey Edwards giving the count to the Sydal brothers to clear the ring. Mike, the legal man. And Aaron Fry has not actually tagged into this match yet.
Well, smart by the Sydals. They singled out Ali. Try to keep him in the ring, but now there might be an opening here. Oh, maybe not. The only opening
Great leg lariat.
He's got his tooth knocked out right there.
Yeah, it's the opening where his tooth used to be. Standing moonsault press. Hook of the far leg. Fry, though, in the ring to break it up, keep his team alive.
He's not the legal man here, right? I mean, I didn't see a tag unless something happened I didn't see.
He's not, but he's trying to do anything he can to get his team, his partner, back into this match. And big head scissors there.
Whoa, whoa.
Fry and Ali sent to the outside.
Namaste, namaste. The live crowd here in Daly's place with a huge namaste chant.
Biggest one I've heard all week, yes. Aaron Fry hanging onto the boot of his partner to prevent the suplex. And Mike Sydal gets hung out to dry over the top rope. Ali covers here, hooks the far leg.
Well, Ali's he's trying to get rolling here, get something going against Mike Sydal. And it's smart now to tag Fry into this thing. That's the key. Get that fresh man in this match. Oh, I don't know about that, Fry, man. You just watched Ali do all that stuff. You stay in there.
Clothesline in the corner, but Aaron Fry does tag out. Pop up, almost like a power bomb.
Good power.
Hooks the far leg.
Very good power by Fry. Didn't get the win, but that was impressive.
And coming up on Dynamite this week, Sydal versus the Young Bucks, as we mentioned. It'll be tomorrow night, 8/7 Central on TNT. Swing and a miss. Tag out. Matt Sydal comes in over the top, the big boot, the high roundhouse kick.
Another one. Well, if you're Matt or Nick, Jackson, you better beware of both Sydals. Oh, watch out.
Now that inside hook, Fisherman's Buster. And if Matt and Mike Sydal pick up the victory tomorrow night on Dynamite, they will get a shot for the Tag Team Championship.
And rightfully so, but it's a tall order. Let's see if it can happen, though. We'll check it out on Dynamite. We shall see.
Matt and Mike, double Meteora. Taking out Aaron Fry. No! David Ali breaking it up at 2.99.
Yeah, good job by Ali to break that thing up, because you're right, the match was over. Fry was done. He might be done now.
It's the combo lightning spiral. Aaron Fry, thanks for coming.
Matt and Mike Sydal.
I don't know if you heard, but right before that finish, you heard a thump. That was Ali's body on the floor, falling off the apron. So he could not save Fry.
Yeah, if you were Aaron Fry and that double Meteora was about to finish you, I think David Ali did his partner a disservice by setting him up for that combo lightning spiral.
That's a good point.
But tomorrow night on Dynamite, Matt and Mike Sydal take on Matt and Nick Jackson tag team action.
Dante Martin hopes to continue to climb the ladder here in All Elite Wrestling when he goes one-on-one next with Andrew Palace.
This contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. From Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 195 pounds, Dante Martin.
Dante Martin once again going it alone here tonight on AEW Dark. He is, of course, part of one of the great young tag teams here in AEW with his brother Darius, Top Flight, but Darius out with injury.
His opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 200 pounds, Andrew Palace.
Andrew Palace making his return here tonight, but Dante Martin has been on a tremendous roll.
Fun. You better have your working shoes on, son. You're dealing with Dante Martin.
Side headlock there by Andrew Palace. Lured Dante into a maybe false sense of security. Dante, of course, the youngest member of the full-time roster here in AEW.
Well, that leapfrog. Just a, man, unbelievable leapfrog. Amazing athleticism.
And just silky smooth agility. Oh, man, exploding off the bottom rope. That drop kick.
He's so innovative, as is his brother. They're just so innovative.
Swing and a miss there by Andrew Palace. And the cross body hooks the far leg. Just a 2 count there. Dante Martin, you know, for most of his career, competed as part of a tag team with his brother Darius. So this is really a true test of how he's able to go it alone, and how Andrew Palace hanging him out to dry over the top rope.
No, I know what you're saying. They're so used to, always having his brother there to make the tag in and out, or vice versa. And, then you got to go at it alone, like you're saying, at such a young age. But, I got to be honest, I'm not completely shocked. I mean, because both Dante and Darius, they're so talented, you know what I mean? Obviously as a team. But you can just see the athleticism in both of them. And even though they're young, they have some seasoning behind it.
Right, I mean, it's a very similar situation to, backdrop driver almost there by Andrew Palace. I was gonna say how similar the Top Flight is to a team like the Lucha Brothers, where they're so individually skilled and gifted, but I mean, together as a duo.
Absolutely.
Perhaps even more so.
This guy better get serious. He's got an opportunity to get a massive upset, and he's got his, his head is not in the game. That's more like it.
Big right elbow kicks there, and the clothesline. Dante Martin is fired up, and the drop kick, just a single leg drop kick, vaulting off the chest of Andrew Palace. Whoa! Leaps up into Tijeras.
That's what I mean. There was an opportunity there for Palace to had some momentum, but he's screwing around which rope to go on and all this. I mean, you got to stay focused with a guy like Martin.
Rolls through, creates some distance. The Bandera sends Palace over the top rope.
Whoa.
Grabs a handful of hair, drives Dante Martin face first on that top turnbuckle pad.
Well, that was smart by Andrew Palace. He realized that Dante was trying to get out of harm's way, and he pulled him back into harm's way.
Now, both men standing on the middle rope, or Palace there with 1 foot on the turnbuckle now. Coming to the inside, maybe looking for that frog splash off the... Look at that tremendous leap there by Dante Martin.
Look how fast he got to the top rope, Dante Martin. Forget about it. Here we go.
And the 450 splash right on the money.
The winner of this match, Dante Martin.
And the deal with that 450, Excalibur, as you know, and I'm sure you spotted it because I know I did. Normally when you place someone with a 450, they're usually closer to the corner. Look how far out he put him.
Yeah, it not only was there tremendous height, but tremendous distance by Dante Martin on that 450.
Can't tell on that angle, but this angle you can.
Andrew Palace almost to the center of the ring there.
Beautifully done. I mean, like I said, most athletes when they do a 450, not that I've ever done one. I'm sure you've probably done a bunch. But you know what I mean? Like, you want them a little closer. This guy's so athletic, it don't matter.
Tremendous chest-to-chest contact as Dante Martin picks up the victory. Just recently cracking the top 5 for the first time, the Varsity Blondes, Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. hope to keep the momentum going here, next on AEW Dark.
This is a tag team match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing at a combined weight of 453 pounds, Brian Pillman Jr., Griff Garrison, the Varsity Blondes.
Taz, just out of curiosity, what's the penalty for a false start?
Well, it depends what league. You know, I fancy myself, I watch a lot of Canadian football, sometimes the European league. It's all different yardage. It could be 5 yards, it could be 10 yards. I don't know what league you're talking about. I really don't know.
Their opponents had a combined weight of 460 pounds, a team of Duke Davis and Ganon Jones.
Well, since we are in the shadow of the TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville, Florida, where the hometown Jacksonville Jaguars plays, of course I was talking about Canadian football, Taz.
Anyway. Well, let's see what happens here. This is an interesting matchup. 4 young guys here, big, strong athletes, all 4 cats.
Yep, Ganon Jones starting things off for his team, Brian Pillman Jr. for the Varsity Blondes. This is our first look at both Ganon Jones and Duke Davis.
Yeah, both athletes have a good amount of size as far as Jones and Davis.
Jones using his power, backing Pillman up. Calling up, oh no.
Quick go behind right there by Pillman. Maybe try to hoist him, lift him up, get a mat return, or...
Look at this though, Ganon Jones getting a wide base.
Want to lower your base a little bit if you're Pillman. Kind of want to keep your hips below your opponent's hips if possible.
Now, you want to do a lot of things if you're Brian Pillman.
Well, true, very true.
Whoa! Jones swinging a miss. Pillman though on target right there. Boot to the midsection. Ganon Jones getting chopped down. Brian Pillman Jr. Irish whip. No, reverse there by Jones.
Yeah, good power by Jones. Oh, skated him in.
Miss drop kick there. Jones though. Ooh.
Strong high knee right there by Pillman. Front headlock.
Pillman grabs the front chancery and Griff Garrison.
I like what Pillman did there. That smart way, you know, you don't leave your opponent sitting in the middle of the ocean. You bring him to your partner while you have him hooked in a hold. It's tag team fundamentals, but a lot of teams don't do it. Whoa!
Duke Davis came in behind the backs of the Varsity Blondes, but they elevated him over the top. Now Jones and Davis on the floor in a lot of trouble here, Taz.
Big time backdrop, no backdrop. I mean, Davis was super high in the air. 3-point stance right now by Pillman. Was a 3-point stance.
And I believe they might have consulted the wristband there. The play calls, the call plays on the wristband there.
Play call,
Ganon
got it right the first time. You said call plays. I don't know what that even means. What is that?
Called.
Oh, okay.
Duke Davis there. Knee between the kidneys of Brian Pillman Jr. and Ganon Jones follows up with a backbreaker.
Ganon Jones. That's just a great name. Ganon Jones. All right.
It's even better when you say it louder, Taz.
Everything's better louder.
Yeah.
Now Duke Davis is in here with Pillman. Got to try and keep Pillman in that corner if you're Davis and Jones.
Duke Davis, strong name too.
It is. Duke's got a lot of muscle on him. A lot of muscle.
Shoulder into the midsection of Brian Pillman Jr.
Pillman's tough though. He's very resilient. Oh, look at this.
Davis bringing Pillman out of the corner and just bodily carrying him across the ring to drive him into the opposite turnbuckle.
Man, that's a shot. Huh?
Brian Pillman Jr. getting worked over here. He desperately needs to make a tag out to Griff Garrison. And
he held him and placed it. What a shot by Jones.
Cover here. Both legs hooked. 2 count. Brian Pillman Jr. kicking out. And Taz, you know, we've talked about success stories that we've seen here on AEW Dark. Varsity Blondes, definitely one of them. They entered the AEW tag team rankings for the first time.
Whoa! Whoa! Nobody there in that moonsault, but no, you're right. I mean, we've watched the evolution of Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman here on Dark for sure.
Ganon Jones missing that moonsault press. Brian Pillman Jr.
There's no false start on that. That was just completely missing on that moonsault. 5 yards, by the way.
Swinging a miss there.
Here's your answer in the NFL. Full circle, bro. Full circle Jones, but that's Davis.
Swinging a miss there by Davis. Ganon Jones gets
Griff.
taken out.
Whoa!
Boot to the midsection. Oh!
Big Griff with the shot right there on Duke.
The high running boot there. Griff Garrison. Diving splash in the corner.
Griff's not done.
Oh, the shoulder tackle, the spear there by Griff Garrison. Just lowered the head and decleated Duke Davis. And now the powerbomb.
Well, they got mine here.
Ooh, great combination there by the Varsity Blondes. Brian Pillman Jr. covers and picks up the victory.
There are your winners, the Varsity Blondes.
Well, good job right there by the Varsity Blondes. Garrison and Pillman looking good here. Got a nice win over a newer, younger team here on Dark in Duke Davis and Gannon Jones.
Great win here tonight by the Varsity Blondes. Griff Garrison generated so much force on that spear. Brian Pillman Jr. with the light assist. I think Griff Garrison did about 90% of the work there.
Yeah,
but
interesting cover too.
It doesn't matter because the Varsity Blondes victorious and continuing to climb the tag team ranks.
Representing Team Taz, the Machine, Brian Cage goes one-on-one with Marty CASAUS next here on Dark.
Who can stop the path of Cage?
This bout is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Being accompanied by Hook from Chico, California, weighing 272 pounds. He is the FTW World Heavyweight Champion, Brian Cage.
Brian Cage goes in tomorrow night on Dynamite, 8/7 Central on TNT against the top-ranked Hangman Adam Page.
His opponent from Salt Lake City, Utah, weighing 230 pounds, Marty CASAUS.
Well, Marty's a big boy right there, and he's got to be careful dealing with the Machine, Brian Cage. Say that right now, FTW World Champ.
Now we see Hook lurking at ringside.
Well, he's not bothered no one. I mean, he's not up to nothing. Everybody thinks he's sketchy. He's fine.
I mean, was there a reason why he was banned from ringside last week?
Well, that's the conspiracy going on in the company here. That's what happens with Team Taz. We get banned from ringside, but at least Tony Khan and I had a good conversation last week at Dynamite, and that's why the FTW World Champion Brian Cage going up, head up against, tomorrow night, the #1 ranked wrestler here, Hangman Adam Page.
Marty CASAUS, getting our first look at him here tonight in AEW. Brian Cage, though, leapfrog, goes for the trip. CASAUS avoids it, but does not avoid the drop kick. Cage right on the money with that one.
Just like I told him. No, I didn't teach him that. For those wondering, like, really? No. I beg you to find me drop kicking. Anyway, look at the shoulder blocks, the power. This is the thing. Hangman Adam Page, the problem for him is he went through a war with Absolute Ricky Starks. He did. And what happened during that war on Dynamite is I and the rest of Team Taz, we found a crack, a kink in the armor of Hangman Page, and Cage will exploit that tomorrow night on Dynamite.
Oh, big kick there by CASAUS, backing Cage up to the corner and firing in some rights and lefts, bludgeoning the FTW World Heavyweight Champion, Brian Cage.
Yeah, Big Marty showing a lot of intensity, but again, Cage, tough as hell. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, look at brutal cross faces. You sure you didn't teach Marty CASAUS that?
No, but I understand the questioning, and I know why you said that, and I respect that, and I like you, Excalibur.
Thanks.
But right now, we're seeing Marty rip apart the face, or trying to, the rugged good looks of the Machine, Brian Cage.
Brian Cage could be going into Dynamite tomorrow night a little bit diminished.
Well, we'll see. I mean, that's a good point. It could happen with someone as big and strong. That's why we take on challenges. We don't back away. That's what Team Taz does.
Ooh, swing and a miss there by Cage. CASAUS diving cross body, but
curl him up, baby.
Cage hoists the weight Death Valley driver.
Might be done. Might be done.
Brian Cage just planted Marty CASAUS.
Who better? I love Brian.
CASAUS, he's similar height to Hangman Adam Page, but a little sturdier build.
Yeah, he is. But listen, I'm taking nothing away from Hangman Adam Page. I know how tough he is. I understand why he's the #1 ranked wrestler in this company for good reason. He's a worldwide international superstar. There's no doubt about that in Hangman Page. But I'm telling you, something came out of that match against Absolute Ricky Starks. We spotted something. Cage is going to pull it out. tomorrow night.
Oh! That soul butt caught CASAUS right in the sternum, driving the wind out of the lungs. And the hammer throw across the ring.
Uh-oh.
Cage.
How athletic he is.
Uppercut, Gamengiri, and now the waist lock. Oh! CASAUS landing high up on the shoulders. Cage covers. No, Marty CASAUS kicks out.
The machine, Brian Cage, he makes it look easy. Listen, Excalibur, you've called tons of Brian Cage's matches before he hit the big time. You have.
I have, yes.
You know his history very well, probably better than anybody in this company. So you know his evolution as an athlete, his size, his strength. He truly is a machine.
The most impressive thing about Brian Cage is that, I mean, he was always agile, he was always acrobatic, shall we say, but somehow putting on that mass, putting on that size, he's maintained that agility, and that's what makes him so dangerous.
You're right, that's a great observation, which makes him a hell of an athlete too, as you know.
CASAUS looking for the waist lock, but Cage,
Oh, watch out here.
The back elbow misses. Northern Lights suplex, CASAUS.
Well, it's tough to get a win on the Northern Lights when you're flat-footed. So, Mr. Marty, you got to get on your toes. You got to get your belly button to the ceiling, my friend, and work on your back arch. It's a nice Northern Lights. Tough to pin a guy when you're not on your toes.
Especially somebody, 270-plus pounds like Brian Cage.
He's big, though. Big Marty's bringing the wood here.
Swinging a miss there by Cage again. CASAUS.
Oh, right on the side of his head. Well, that's not going to faze Brian too much. He looks a little banged up, though.
Drop kick there. Brian Cage to the outside. Taz,
I'm a little surprised. I thought that he was going in for the kill, Cage.
Marty CASAUS building up a head of steam and going over the top. He just barely made it, but he still collides with Brian Cage.
Big man hit the air for sure. That's all right. Cage loves a good fight, and that's what he's getting right now. So I still have faith in Brian Cage.
That's what he's getting right now, and that's what he's going to get tomorrow night, 8/7 Central on TNT. Brian Cage versus the Hangman. CASAUS just planting a full Nelson slam. Hooks the far leg. 2. No!
Well, I'll tell you what, Brian is definitely Cage is getting tested here for sure. This big man is bringing a lot of offense to Machine Brian Cage.
Yeah, it might
I don't like that look.
Might have been that Brian Cage was looking ahead to Dynamite a little too much.
Maybe, and that's a problem because we had a conversation earlier about it, but, Brian doesn't normally look past opponents.
CASAUS, look at this wrenching on the head and the neck of Brian Cage. And what is he?
He's got something in his...
Oh.
He's grabbing the jaw. I don't understand what Marty did, but right now,
The soul butt, the kick to the chest, the thrust kick. And Brian Cage, the discus lariat.
Hangman Adam Page. Pay attention, my friend. You throw those big lines. There was a big line, my friend. That right there.
And
Who better?
Brian Cage has CASAUS up the drill claw. Plants him. Cage covers and picks up the win.
Here is your winner, the FTW World Heavyweight Champion, the Machine, Brian Cage.
Well, Hangman Adam Page, pay attention, big man. You might be the #1 ranked wrestler right here in this company, and I respect that, as does every member of Team Taz, but you best beware on Dynamite tomorrow night. Drill Claw is in your future, homie.
Brian Cage showing off his strength. He manhandled Marty CASAUS. Will the story be the same tomorrow night with Hangman Adam Page? Tune in to Dynamite, 8/7 Central on TNT and find out.
Welcome everybody to Wrestling with the Week. I'm James Willems, joined as always by the face of the revolution.
Prediction Pain. We're a live weekly podcast, and we're going to talk about whatever we want.
The dog story was fake.
Today is the NBA trade deadline.
They're crazy.
We got ourselves a drop-in. What a week.
I agree. Holler if you hear me. Speaking of horny, you want to talk about Dynamite?
Clothesline, drop kick, body slam. They get their ass kicked. Season 2, bigger, louder, and live.
Tonight is a beautiful night because tonight the HFO once again get to kick the Dark Order's ass. At this point, yeah, it's almost becoming easy. It's not even a challenge anymore. Take, for instance, last week on Elevation, when you guys executed my plan perfectly and you got the Dark Order ejected, they only win when they have the numbers. I mean, literally, you guys were playing chess while they were playing checkers. They're not very bright.
They're not at all.
How's the big man Butch doing, by the way?
How is he? His hand, Matt. His hand. That disgusting little turd Darby Allin tried to ruin Butch's freaking hand!
Well, yeah, it was his cleaver hand.
Not his cleaver hand. By the way, speaking of Darby Allin, I would have beat Darby Allin and I would currently be the TNT champion if it wasn't for the Dark Order. I would have also beat Hangman Page's ass if it wasn't for the Dark Order. Dark Order, I hate you.
There's a pattern.
But you are idiots. I have 3 young children. They are ages 5, 3, and 1, but they are more intelligent than you. Tonight, 10, 2, and 1, the HFO is going to kick your ass, and we're going to keep kicking your ass until we embarrass you so much that you tuck your tail between your legs and leave AEW. And that day can't come soon enough.
Yes, sir.
The powerful technician, legit Leyla Hirsch in action next here on Dark, going one-on-one with Renee Michelle.
This contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Originally from Moscow, Russia, this is legit Leyla Hirsch.
Legit Leyla Hirsch continues her ascent in the women's division of All Elite Wrestling. She's most recently, prior to this, been in action, tag team action, alongside Ryo Mizunami. So we throw it back down to our colleague, Justin Roberts.
Her opponent from Washington, D.C., Renee Michelle.
Renee Michelle making her return here tonight to AEW Dark. She will have her hands full with a very motivated, an opponent with a lot of momentum at their back in legit Leyla Hirsch.
And Renee Michelle, she's smart. She's staying outside the ring to just control the pace before this thing even starts. That's very smart. To do that. To your point, she knows that Leyla comes in with momentum, and she has a lot of steam going on right now behind her. So it's smart for this young lady here to just get out of the ring and control it. Control the steam before the ding, ding, ding. I like it.
And nice drop step and great trip there by Leyla Hirsch immediately into a cover.
It's a waist lock from behind. If you notice, well, for a second, see how close she keeps her head. Leyla Hirsch does on that front headlock. When you have a hold on someone, you want to keep your head and ear, your side of your face close to your opponent. See, she did it again to keep more pressure. It's a tighter hold.
And Leyla Hirsch, as we've mentioned before, it bears repeating, a tremendous wrestler in high school in the state of New Jersey. Competed against both boys and girls. And
well, yeah, Renee just
very intelligent move right there.
Going for that, going for the armbar, Juji Katami. That's a
and she's got it locked in. And Renee Michelle, very wisely making it to the ropes to force the break.
She was in a lot of pain there. That's a nasty hold, that armbar. In pro wrestling, normally called a cross arm breaker, as we know it, but it's a Juji Katami, and it's a nasty joint lock on the elbow, and it could tear your bicep right off the bone. I mean, simply, it's really that's nasty of a hold. So for Renee Michelle to freak out like that, it makes sense because it don't need to be on, as you know, Excalibur, long or fully in to hurt.
Yeah, we've seen Leyla Hirsch use that the cross arm breaker, Juji Katami, to great effect here. And usually, if she's in the center of the ring and she locks it on, I mean, that is it. The opponent, it's either tap or snap, basically.
Absolutely. We've seen a lot of wrestlers over the years use that hold for good reason. It's that great of a hold. I mean, now some people like Leyla, she's mastered it.
Cover here by Renee Michelle. If she could avoid that those submission attacks.
A lot of intensity, Michelle. Renee Michelle, she's an exuberant young lady for sure.
Irish whip into the corner, reversed there by Leyla Hirsch. Leyla, you can see her reaching down to that left knee. Salt press.
Damn. She's landing like on her shoulder, looked like, but I guess not. And that knee strike was on point.
Driving knee strike to the side of the head. And look at this, Leyla Hirsch opting not for the jackknife, but instead the submission, and picks up the victory.
The winner of this match, legit Leyla HIRSCH.
Well, I think she was thinking of going for a jackknife cover. She changed her mind, to your point, Excalibur, in mid-move, which is smart, you know, because she'd throw your opponent off. You know, Renee Michelle felt her legs getting ready for that cover for a jackknife. She's thinking, I'm going to kick out. Leyla HIRSCH pulled a little swerve-a-rooney, and you'll see here, after the knee strike, she switches up. Well, you missed it there. She went for the jackknife and then
look
turned
at that, look at the grotesque angle.
There it is. That's the
that Renee Michelle's elbow is being bent at. Leyla HIRSCH, a very impressive victory here tonight for legit Leyla HIRSCH.
The Murderhawk monster Lance Archer will be in action next here on AEW Dark, and none other than Jake the Snake Roberts will be joining us here on commentary.
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. From Hearn, Texas, weighing 273 pounds, the Murderhawk monster, Lance Archer.
The Murderhawk monster, Lance Archer, on his way to the ring. Jake the Snake Roberts joining. Oh, look at this, Jake St. Patrick trying to get a quick start here.
Wait a minute now. Go now. Lance, come on.
It didn't take him long, Jake. Look at this.
It doesn't. You know, I think it's, you know, it's up to me to do this. I'm going to do a PSA announcement right now.
All right.
And here's the thing, folks. Quit lying to your children. That's the whole thing. Don't lie to your children. Don't tell your children things are going to be okay. Don't tell your children, hey, you can do this, you can become that. Because if you look at Lance Archer, you realize there ain't a whole lot you can do about anything.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. And you know, a lot of parents tell their kids about role models. And I don't think Lance is a role model either.
No, he's not.
And that's a good thing.
He might not be your flavor, but you know what? He's a winner.
That's right. He is a winner.
Lance Archer is an absolute force of nature. As Jake St. Patrick finding out firsthand here. And Jake, while we have you here, I have to ask you, what about the relationship between Lance Archer and Sting?
Good God.
You know, I thought I'd done some crazy things in the past.
You have.
But yes, I did. And I enjoyed most of it.
I've heard.
But this Sting thing, I don't know what to do with it. You know, I've never trusted a wrestler in my life. For good reason.
Good place to start, yeah.
No, it's not a good place to start. There is no good place to start trusting your opponents or your people that you might wind up face-to-face with. And when he hit us with that, for a split second, I was like, oh, really?
Right.
I'm like, Jake, don't be a mark to this guy.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
I never have been before. Why start now?
Look at the amount of body slams St. Patrick is receiving from the Murderhawk monster. Jeez.
Archer.
Just because he's smiling does not mean he's happy. Okay? You guys need to know that.
Good point.
Yeah,
Good point.
A sinister, sadistic
Look at him,
smile.
He's showing some love there. Now, right now, that kid is saying, I hate my parents because they lied to me.
St. Patrick, I mean, with an opportunity here, but it is an uphill battle to say the least.
Yeah, well, he better hope he's a saint because it's fixed to go over for him.
Look at that, escapes out of clothesline, Archer.
Yeah, great to escape into that.
Elbow in the corner, missed. St. Patrick escapes out to the middle of the ring.
For God's sakes, don't piss him off.
Young man's got heart, but I think Archer's going to rip his heart out of his chest.
Oh, my God.
Kicks to the chest, drop kick. Backs Archer up to the corner.
That's some quick feet, but I'll tell you what.
The best thing for him to do right now is jump out of the ring and get up through that curtain.
Oh, swing and a miss there. Opting, no!
Oh.
He went for a moonsault, just drilled in the gut.
That's one of the two reasons I never moonsaulted anybody.
That's it.
Oh!
Good luck.
And now, St. Patrick going for a ride on the helicopter.
Pull him up.
2 and 3.
Oh, he didn't pull him up. He should have taken one more
The
shot.
Murderhawk monster,
Maybe not.
Lance
Maybe Lance's hands got
Archer.
tired.
Maybe Lance Archer felt like he'd done enough damage to St. Patrick. but he certainly did, and he picked up the victory here tonight in impressive fashion.
I'm so proud of him.
See right here, driving this guy face first, and that ripcord into the spinning Uranagi, the helicoaster by the MURDERHAWK monster.
A great victory here for Lance Archer. And Jake, I have to say, my interest is piqued on this Sting and Lance Archer situation.
I'm waiting to see what happens next, but guess what? My guns are loaded.
Matt Hardy and the Hardy family office has been a thorn in our side for a month now. Brawls, sneak attacks, interferences, they even pay people to try and take us down. Well, tonight there will be no tomfoolery because it comes down to 3 of you versus 3 of us. And it's not just any 3 members, no. You are getting the most devious person in AEW. The smartest player in any single room, Evil Uno. You're getting a man who dedicated his whole life to multiple martial arts. Born and bred for combat, Stu Grayson. And you're going to get the most powerful member of us all. Built of stone and granite, chiseled, Preston Vance, number 10. Tonight, boys, we will be victorious because we are Dark Order.
The tough and tenacious Diamante collides with Rachel Rose next here on AEW Dark.
This contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. From the 305, Diamante.
Taz, Diamante's had an impressive singles outing this year thus far. That is until she ran into Thunder Rosa a couple weeks ago. Can we see Diamante rebuild here?
I'll tell you in about 2 seconds.
Her opponent from Friendswood, Texas, Rachel Rose.
I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, I guess that's the true test of a competitor. It's how you bounce back from adversity.
Yeah, that's it. So, you know, let's see. I mean, listen, different type of, we don't know much about Rachel Rose. I mean, but, you know, when you're in there with someone like Diamante, you better be ready to go. And like you mentioned, Diamante and Thunder Rosa, they went tooth and nail. And, you know, she's got to bounce back from that loss to Rosa, for sure.
Hammerlock here by Diamante. Spins Rachel Rose out into a snapmare.
Nice.
Didn't have the chin lock locked in tight. Rachel Rose felt an opportunity, able to reverse.
It was smart by Rachel to get that hammerlock quickly, because to your point, she didn't have the hold on tight enough at first, so Rachel Rose countered quickly.
Side headlock there again by Rachel Rose. Takes her over, spun the hips out, brought Diamante down to the canvas. Referee Frank Gasno checking to make sure Diamante's shoulders weren't pinned to the mat. Rachel Rose rolling through, countering. And now bridging up.
Impressive.
Impressive flexibility, but she kept her back turned.
Yeah.
On a very mean Diamante.
Yeah, she was so happy with herself that she got out. You can't turn you just can't do that, especially with any competitor, nevertheless, Diamante.
Diamante really laid in that shoulder tackle. Ooh. Swing and a miss there by Rachel Rose. Diamante lands on her feet. Went for the Russian leg sweep. Rachel Rose hung on. Diamante rolls Rose through, uppercut.
Uh-oh.
And now, there's the Russian leg sweep.
Yeah, that was a nasty chalk in the way that Russian leg sweep was done. Rachel Rose landed pretty hard.
Ooh!
Talk about pretty hard. Good gosh.
Both boots of Diamante into the chest of Rachel Rose.
Came from Idaho. Damn.
And now, a second drop kick in the corner. Rachel Rose.
Double axe handle right across the spine, too. Diamante not playing games.
Rachel Rose just getting beat up by Diamante here.
Her back, her spine is just getting worn out.
Cover here, hook on the far leg. No, Rachel Rose still in this one. Diamante in the driver's seat, I would say firmly so, Taz.
Yeah, no doubt.
And just as I say that, Rachel Rose turns things around, boot to the midsection there.
She's trying to get fired up here and get rolling.
Cazadora into the stunner. Rachel Rose doubled over by that shot from Diamante.
Uh-oh.
And now Diamante with the code red. 1, 2, 3.
The winner of this match, Diamante.
Taz, we speculated on how Diamante would bounce back. I would say she has bounced back in impressive fashion.
You know, she definitely did. I mean, the opportunity was right there for her with someone less experienced than her as far as being here on Dark. More comfortable, obviously, with Diamante, more, you know, just you could tell. And she just captured this victory with that code red.
The code red from Diamante helped secure the victory here tonight. Diamante, once again, victorious here on AEW Dark.
Representing the Nightmare family, Big Shotty Lee Johnson in action next here on AEW Dark.
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 180 pounds, Big Shotty Lee
Taz Lee Johnson, he's got a big opportunity tonight, but an even bigger opportunity coming up on Dynamite tomorrow night, 8/7 Central on TNT. He'll be teaming with Dustin Rhodes and Billy Gunn to take on the Factory. QT Marshall, Nick Camarado, and Aaron Solo.
Yeah, I'm sure that Lee Johnson's got redemption and revenge on his mind towards the Factory.
From Houston, Texas, weighing 179 pounds, Will Alday.
But Lee Johnson, as we've said so many times before, cannot afford to look past his opponent in the ring. We've seen a lot out of Will Alday here on Dark, as well as on Elevation. And Taz, he's proven to be pretty capable.
Yeah, definitely capable. It's definitely not his first rodeo. And, you know, he's got a point to prove. You see a sign of respect, a show of respect, I should say, for both athletes. So let's see what happens here.
And we also see the lower back of Lee Johnson pretty heavily taped up. But right now, Will Alday and Johnson jockeying for position. Alday takes the arm.
You know, I mean, listen, you remember that deal that what was Camarado, I think, the powerbomb, I believe it was, or at least powerbomb, I'm trying to remember, on Lee Johnson on a stage was deadly a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, we've seen just, I mean, pretty much destruction of the Nightmare family at the hands of the Factory, using just about anything that they can, that comes to mind, as Lee Johnson and Will Alday, a bit of a stalemate here. But Taz, I mean, this has been a bloody rivalry.
There's no doubt. You see respect right here, but there's no respect from QT Marshall in the Factory towards anybody in Cody Rhodes' Nightmare family. No doubt. So here we go. Nice side headlock by Alday. Here we go.
Oh, good cartwheel over, and Alday, deep arm drag, takes down Lee Johnson. A second one there, this time from Lee Johnson, swinging a miss by Lee. Alday, step up work on Ronald. Lee Johnson lands on his feet.
Very hard to do, shows the athleticism of young Lee Johnson. Alday got a little ticked off, leapfrog by Johnson.
And now, oh, Lee Johnson hits the drop kick. Taz, we've mentioned a lot about the rivalry between the Nightmare family and the Factory. But, you know, at its heart, QT Marshall is one of Lee Johnson's primary trainers in the sport of professional wrestling. Lee Johnson, the crown jewel of the Nightmare family.
Yeah, and you know, Lee, listen, QT was pissed off because Lee never thanked him when Lee, was on Dynamite and had a great showing. You know, and I think that's disrespectful of Lee, in my opinion. Really.
Covered here by Alday. Just a 2 count though.
And it ticked off QT.
Taz, I see your point, but I think Lee Johnson was just caught up in the moment and, overcome by emotions. He worked so long, so hard to pick up his first AEW victory. I mean, I think it could be excused that he forgot QT just in the heat of the moment.
Or not. Oh, nice. Great job right there. Now probably a kip-up coming in. Real
excellent athlete is Johnson.
But Lee Johnson now back in control. Will Alday in a bit of trouble here. Lee Johnson looking, oh, I thought he was looking for the blue thunder bomb. Waist lock.
Standard switch, here we go.
Yeah.
Yep, switch.
Oh, but Alday goes between the turnbuckle pads. Lee Johnson goes face first. Alday comes down, has got a chance
upset,
here.
Upset.
Oh!
That would have been a big upset right there, dude.
Yeah, it certainly would have, especially ahead of the big six-man match coming up tomorrow night. Will Alday with the opportunity here. Lee Johnson in his sights. The Hurricane. Oh, the catch. Lee Johnson, tremendous power there. And the bomb into the buckle.
Yeah, great power and strength to your point, Excalibur. Now he's almost like a fisherman.
Oh, dropped him down with the Ushigoroshi. Lee Johnson has the leg hooked and has the victory.
The winner of this match, Big Shotty Lee Johnson.
Well, Taz, if this is the Lee Johnson we see tomorrow night, QT Marshall, the blindside shot.
Ever the opportunist is QT Marshall.
Absolutely. Now QT Marshall putting the boots to Lee Johnson ahead of that big six-man rivalry. The big six-man match coming up tomorrow night. And you see QT still angry about this perceived lack of respect from Lee Johnson.
Oh, there's the cutter. Well, he basically said to him, you should have thanked me, and now Dustin Rhodes makes the save here for Johnson.
Dustin Rhodes with the bull rope in hand.
Former partner of QT.
Yeah, the natural nightmares imploding, and there we see the reinforcements from the factory. Anthony Ogogo, Nick Camarado, and Aaron Solo. The latter of those two men alongside QT Marshall will meet Dustin Rhodes, Lee Johnson, and Billy Gunn tomorrow night on Dynamite. The super bad girl Penelope Ford returns to action next here on AEW Dark.
This contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Being accompanied to the ring by Kip Sabian from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Penelope Ford.
Penelope Ford undefeated this year in the women's division.
Super bad girl.
Looking to keep the momentum up here tonight on AEW Dark as we throw it down to our colleague, Justin Roberts.
Her opponent from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Ashley D'Amboise.
Ashley D'Amboise making her AEW debut here tonight. Got a big opportunity in front of her as Penelope Ford shares a parting kiss with Kip Sabian there.
I don't think Aubrey Evans was too impressed, but I digress.
Collar and elbow tie up in the center of the ring. D'Amboise not giving any ground to Penelope Ford. Now takes the side headlock. Penelope, though, drops down.
Quick roll to get out of that. Well, you know, that mean streak is well documented by Penelope, so let's see. Ooh.
Whoa! There you go, Taz. That mean streak on display. It's Penelope Ford teeing off on Ashley D'Amboise. Penelope hangs on to the... Oh! She hung on to the ropes.
Threw her timing off.
Yeah.
Ashley didn't know what was about to go down and just ate a clothesline.
Yeah, Penelope taking advantage of it. Great instincts shown by Penelope Ford there.
Okay, Kip, he's such a, you know, that's what love is. I mean, really, that's love. You know, you're blushing is destroying another woman's esophagus on the second rope on YouTube's here on Dark, and then you go and you throw the tongue, you give her a little kiss. You know what I mean?
I didn't know they added a second tube.
Well, in case one gets jammed up, they could blow the other one out.
It's like Ashley D'Amboise hoping that she has another esophagus somewhere in the back.
Whoa!
Oh, roll up here. 2 count? No! Penelope able to kick out.
It's actually D'Amboise. You see, you don't understand the French dialect. Actually, D'Amboise, nice leapfrog. You're welcome. Oh!
Thanks, Taz. If only I had listened to Justin Roberts.
clubbing blows from Penelope Ford. Man, Ashley, she's having a rough time right here.
Jim Blouse looking for perhaps an Uranage. But Penelope Ford, those back elbows to the back of the head. The knee lift there. Ashley getting lit up. Roundhouse kick. And now Penelope Ford. The back elbow in the corner. Penelope now coming back with the cutter. A handspring into the cutter.
The victory is locked in just about here once she hits this fisherwoman suplex. And that great bridge.
High up on the toes. And Penelope Ford picks up the victory.
The winner of this match, Penelope Ford.
Just as soon as we figured out how to pronounce Ashley Dumblouse's name, Penelope Ford ends the evening.
Please don't group me in with you. I had it from jump, but I digress. Penelope Ford looked great here in this fisherman suplex. Fisherwoman's PC Jones, but great bridge, quick snap, good cradle, S-grip, everything done perfectly by the super bad girl.
Little known fact, PC Jones, the brother of Special Delivery Jones, as Penelope Ford shares a celebratory smooch with super bad Kip Sabian.
Look at Kip, he's the man.
In a highly alliterative singles contest, Colt Cabana goes one-on-one with Cole Carter next on Dark.
Join the Dark Order.
This contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. From Maxwell Street in Chicago, Illinois, weighing 242 pounds, Colt Boom Boom Cabana.
The best part for me that Cabana is part of the Dark Order. We don't have to hear that horrible song that he made. Boom, 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 Cabana. Go Cabana, boom, boom, go Cabana. Thank God we don't have to hear that anymore.
Well, you kind of just heard it now when you did your cover version. Now you owe him $5. You owe him royalties.
He owes me, and he knows what I mean.
This opponent from Charleston, West Virginia, weighing 230 pounds, Cole Carter.
Taz,
yes.
This is without a doubt the most alliterative matchup here tonight on AEW Dark.
Yes.
As classic Colt Cabana clashes with Charleston's Cole Carter.
Oh, that was pretty good, bro.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
I was just going to say it's going to be a classic, but you used that. It's going to be, yeah.
Combative.
Combative and a collision of combative components.
Competitors.
Components is better.
Okay. Because you said it. Colt Cabana with the wrist of Carter. Old Carter, though, turns things around. Cabana.
Well, Cabana's got obviously just a ton more experience than this young man here. So, but it don't matter. You know, sometimes when you have that youth on your side, you're willing to take chances and stuff like that. And Cole Carter, if he takes the wrong chance, he'll get bit here by Cabana.
Cabana with the standing switch, waist lock now. Fed the leg, fed his boot between the legs of Colt Carter. Carter took the bait. Cabana able to drop him down to the mat, and then we see Cabana employs that catch wrestling style, that world of sport style, so to speak, and that's something that can be really disarming to opponents that are not familiar with.
Absolutely, and it's used basically as balance. It's all it's just that wrist take, that little takedown. It's just balance. The way you move the joint and the way you move your hip. It's the hips that create your opponent to go down.
And if you're on the receiving end of it, it's got to be incredibly frustrating because it seems like such a rudimentary attack, you know, a rudimentary technique, but Cabana's using it very effectively. Irish whipping into the corner. Carter, drop kick. Cabana, clears out.
Man,
and sets him up for the flying apple.
Tell you what, Carter's face hit that turnbuckle, well now second turnbuckle, really hard.
And the Superman, 1, 2, 3.
Man, let him up.
Match. Colt Boom Boom Cabana.
That was a nasty, nasty Superman cover, man.
Yeah, you had him stacked high on the shoulders and the neck, but Colt Carter got rattled twice in the turnbuckles.
Sure did. This one here was the second one. Watch the neck right. He almost over-rotated him.
Cabana, I mean, there was no way Carter was kicking out of that one.
No.
Well, the most alliterative matches here tonight on Dark. One of the shortest, Colt Cabana, your winner.
Colt Cabana!
Action in the women's division as Kylan King goes one-on-one with Danny Jordan next here on AEW Dark.
This bout is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. From Long Island, New York, this is Danny Jordan.
As you know, a lot of people from Long Island?
A little bit, a couple people.
Okay. Danny Jordan, a real mean girl. Look at that tiara in hand. She's making her way to the ring, still in search of her first AEW victory.
Well, many people throughout Nassau and Suffolk County, which is Long Island, a lot of the ladies, they do wear, different type of princess crowns a lot. You see them at different gas stations and maybe Cracker Barrels.
Just those two places, though. Nowhere else.
Yeah, basically.
And her opponent from Painesville, Ohio, Kylan King.
Kylan King, since she's begun her friendship, her association with Big Swole and Red Velvet Ted, she's been on a bit of a roll here.
Sometimes that's what you need. You need to kind of collaborate with certain people to build your confidence, get you locked in, and that's exactly what Ms. King did. And I agree with you. She's definitely been on the proverbial roll since she's been aligned with those two ladies.
You could call her butter, Taz.
She's on the roll, like butter or a bagel.
You like your bagels with butter on?
No. Cream cheese. Oh, cream cheese. See that? Danny Jordan, so nice. She gave her a piece of the broken crown. It's actually already have one. I hate to correct Miss King on her grammar, but you know me with
you hate to do it, so you did it on a live microphone.
Well, quasi-live, but that's a nice headlock takedown by Kylan King.
A hot microphone.
Okay, there you go. That's it.
Sorry, I'll learn it. Learn it eventually. Side headlock there by Kylan King.
Well, Kylan King, we're having fun here, but she's talented as heck, man. We've called a lot of her matches here on Dark, and we've watched her evolve here, throughout her time, wrestling on Dark. I mean, it's been a lot of fun watching her compete and just watching her grow.
Yeah, that's been one of the more rewarding parts of doing commentary here on AEW Dark. I've seen people like Kylan King, like Red Velvet, cover here, hook of the far leg, like Lee Johnson, who, really struggled. Cover here. They showed a lot of promise, but they struggled getting out of the gates. But once they got that little boost of confidence, they really started to put it together, and now are some of the future pieces here in AEW.
Sure thing. There's no doubt. There's a whole bunch of men and women that have competed on Dark to the point you make it.
Oh, look at that side headlock! Great counter move there.
Especially throughout the pandemic, where,
Powerhouse Hobbs one of them.
Powerhouse Hobbs is one. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Now I'm so happy that he's part of Team Taz.
And I mean, really, it's almost a good thing for Team Taz that you were out here, you were calling these matches because you get the the closest look of just about anybody.
Of course I do. I'm smarter than everybody backstage. You know that. Between us. Don't share that with me.
No, I won't. Again, these microphones are on, right? Danny Jordan hanging Kylan King out to dry over the top rope.
Damn.
It was a big shock to me, too, when I found out they were recording this. Danny Jordan up on the apron. Diving cross body. No, Kylan King.
Good strength, good power by King. Look at the power.
Oh, man, the fall away slam. Looked like Kylan King might have rattled herself with that one.
You do a suplex on the outside like that, it rocks your own body as you arch, your head hits, your upper back hits. you hurt yourself a little bit too.
But great awareness there shown by Kylan King, rolling in to break the count on the floor and looking to continue the pressing the punishment here on Danny Jordan.
Well, you have to do that with Danny Jordan. She's mean. She's definitely a mean girl. She's aggressive as heck. She can go. So Kylan King, she knows that.
Oh! Kick to the side of the head, and now Danny Jordan. DDT! Oh. Pendulum-style DDT. Hooks the near leg. Just a 2 count, though, is Kylan King able to kick out.
Yeah, strong cover. You see the frustration right there by Jordan. It's something I think you gotta, no matter who it is, I mean, you gotta try to hone that in and not get too frustrated. You see a lot of athletes do that. Male, female, don't matter. They get frustrated. Man, that's something you gotta really just keep on pressing, keep on going. Sometimes those little bit of a pause can cost you a match.
Yeah, it allows your opponent to regain their composure. But right now, Danny Jordan doing a good job of pressing the attack. Shot to the side of the jaw there on Kylan King. Danny Jordan, cover, not a textbook cover, Taz.
No, but again, I still think she's a little frustrated because she thought she could have had her earlier with the previous move. But the thing is, a lot of folks don't understand, like if you haven't competed, there's a ton of emotions that go on in your body. Your adrenaline is just pumping like crazy. So when you hit something big and you think you're gonna get the 1, 2, 3 and you don't, it sucks the air right out of you.
Kylan King doing a good job of recovering here. Chop to the chest of Danny Jordan, a second one.
Man, those are some heavy chops.
Very heavy shots here from Kylan King, a third. Looking to punish Danny Jordan. Kylan King creates some space, closes the distance, but Danny Jordan got the boot up. Now Jordan ascending to the top rope.
Got to be careful here.
Oh! The flipping neckbreaker off the top. Danny Jordan covers here. 2, no! Kylan King able to kick out.
King has shown a lot of fortitude, a lot of toughness here, not to get beat, not to lose this match to Danny Jordan.
But Danny Jordan doing a good job of keeping herself in this fight. She needs to pour the pressure on. We've seen the resilience of Kylan King in the past. Danny Jordan maybe experienced that firsthand right now. Kylan King ripping knees to the midsection. And the big clothesline.
Yeah, fouled up, yeah.
Danny Jordan threw a wild right hand, blocked. Kylan King, high right roundhouse kick. And the German suplex folds Danny Jordan in half. Kylan King looking for the cover here. Hooks the far leg, 2, no. Danny Jordan able to kick out.
Yeah, these two ladies definitely leave it all out here, right? They're just busting butt right here, just trying to get, top each other with a victory, with covers, I should say, to get a victory.
Kylan King looking for that Kingdom Falls. Danny Jordan standing switch, sends King into the ropes, blocks the clothesline attempt through the roundhouse. Kylan King caught the boot. She gets hoisted up. Ooh. Kingdom Fall. Danny Jordan gets planted face first. Kylan King covers and picks up the victory.
The winner of this match, Kylan King.
As you get that first big boost of confidence, and then everything starts to fall into place.
Absolutely. This match, I'll tell you what, you got to give a lot of credit to Danny Jordan. She fought hard throughout this thing. Not enough to counter, I should say, or defeat. King, just face first, chest first, Kingdom Falls. She's got a lot of height, Kylan, as you know. She's a tall girl,
A lot of height, a lot of strength, as Danny Jordan found out the hard way.
She's got to be close to 6'2". She's like an inch shorter, taller than me or so. So, yeah.
Kylan King, your winner here tonight on Dark. Coming up next here on AEW Dark, the red-hot #1 ranked SCU, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian in action.
SCU!
This is a tag team match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. From Southern California at a combined weight of 425 pounds, the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, SCU.
The #1 ranked SCU, Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, they have the Young Bucks and the AEW World Tag Team Championship in their sights. But they will have to get past these two gentlemen. They hope to collide with the Bucks.
Your opponents had a combined weight of 477 pounds. The team of Liam Gray and Adrian Alanis.
Adrian Alanis. Well, now on your right, Liam Gray. The guy with Liam on his
Yeah, the
front
one
stand.
that's the gentleman that says Liam on the back and Alanis on the other. That's who they are, ladies and gentlemen. But I digress. And you know, I don't care if it's in singles competition or in a tag team situation. You're high, ranked so high as SCU is right here. You can't look past anyone. You can't do it. Yeah, you want to get your hands on the Bucks, and it's gonna happen. I got it. But you got to get past these guys, like you said. You can't look past teams.
And SCU undefeated since putting imposing that stipulation on themselves that the next loss will be the last time we see Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels team up. And you know, so Liam Gray and Adrian Alanis, an opportunity here to kind of upset the apple cart for SCU.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine the feather in both these young men's cap, Alanis and Liam, if they were able to do that and destroy the team of SCU. Look at this nice roll up.
Two-pinning predicament there.
Yeah, that'd be something. It's going to be a tall order, in my opinion, for these two cats to do that against SCU, though.
Oh, certainly so, Taz. But, I mean, you know, it'd be a victory on multiple fronts because not only would they break up SCU, but then they would also be knocking off the #1 ranked tag team here in AEW, and that would certainly have to give them a big boost to their stock in the tag division.
Yeah, I hear you, but it's not going to happen. I'm just saying, I hate to stooge it off. It's just not going to go down. I mean, Daniels and Kazarian, they're on point, as you see right here.
They're on fire.
But you sounded great, bro.
Thanks, Taz.
Now Alanis comes in and Kazarian don't want none of that. He just took out Alanis.
And really, I mean, that's been the crucial part of SCU's success is Frankie Kazarian's increased aggression. And a great delay on exiting the ring there by Kazarian. He allowed Daniels to pick up Liam Gray to set him up for a tag team maneuver.
You know, I know you're really big into cliches, and I think that this is something you could use for SCU. That's like a fine wine. They get better with age. I know you're a big cliche guy, but Kazarian, again, looks great.
Hold on, I'm writing that one down.
What?
Can you repeat it
I'll
again?
Text it to you.
Repeat it again and speak slower.
I'll text.
Okay.
I'll text.
Frankie Kazarian bringing Liam Gray up to his feet, rips him across the chest with a chop. Kazarian. It's like, better with age? Are you sure that's right? Usually things get worse with age, Taz. I don't get.
No, but wines.
I mean, not you, but
wines and cigars get better.
Leg lariat there.
And Kazarian likes a nice stick, cigar once in a while.
Cover here.
I've definitely shared a couple of cigars with Mr. Kazarian many times over the years, so he understands a fine aged cigar. It's quality.
Just like that right hand delivered to both Liam Gray and Adrian Alanis.
Oh, nice shot by Liam. Man, Kazarian caught it there, and so did Daniels off the rope with that drop kick.
And now Liam Gray with an opportunity makes the tag out to Adrian Alanis. Alanis with the catch. Oh, and the backbreaker. Lost his footing, but he hung on. And now Liam Gray hanging neck breaker. Alanis covers here, 2. Nope, just a 1. Well, barely a 2 count.
Good way to blow out your own knee. I mean, really, what Alanis did. I'm happy for him. He didn't get hurt.
But those shots by Frankie Kazarian really testing the chin of Adrian Alanis. Spinebuster here. Cover, just a 2 count. You saw he tried to float over Taz, but Kazarian did a good job of getting his leg in the way to interrupt the pinning predicament.
He did. I was going to point that out. Good observation by you. Absolutely. And that's what you do, right? You get drilled with a move. You got to suck it up. You got to eat it, and then you block that float over for a pin cover.
Meeting of the minds there for Gray and Alanis. Swing and a miss by Adrian Alanis. Soul butt, and Frankie Kazarian on point. Laying in some big shots and makes the tag out to Christopher Daniels. Daniels a series of clotheslines there.
Yeah, definitely strong clotheslines right now. Maybe a double team maneuver coming up here.
Driven face first into the knee of Daniels.
Fallen Angels looking good, man.
Adrian Alanis gets sent into the waiting right hand of Kazarian. The high-low there by SCU.
There's your legal tag. That's why Kazarian get out the ring to get that legal tag. And now, again, Kazarian legal. Liam's in grave danger right here.
Liam Gray in trouble. Daniels, the BME for SCU. And they're going to pick up the 1, 2, 3.
SCU! Here are your winners, SCU.
Saw Cesar Bononi and JD Drake looking on. SCU victorious here tonight, hanging on to that #1 ranking, but they could have a pit stop before their meeting with their seemingly inevitable meeting with the Young Bucks staff.
Absolutely. You see right here, great throughout the match, the double team maneuvers that SCU, Daniels and Kazarian pull off on point. That's why they're ranked where they're ranked, and they're dominant for all these years in tag teams, no matter what company they've worked for. But they're looking good right now, man.
Could we be looking at the next AEW World Tag Team Champions? Only time will tell.
Coming up next, our main event here on AEW Dark. Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, and number 10 of the Dark Order collide with the Blade and Private Party of the Hardy family office.
This is a trios tag team match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring first at a total combined weight of 581 pounds, the team of Private Party and the Blade.
Yeah, this is a really interesting situation here that we find ourselves in with Hardy Family Office. I mean, we're used to teams like the Dark Order of seeing various members mixing it up and teaming together, but this is going to be the first time that we ever see the Blade team up with Private Party in a trios tag team match.
I think that's the coolest thing about Hardy Family Office, man. I really do. I think it's really cool, the configurations you can put together.
Join the Dark Order.
And their opponents, at a total combined weight of 662 pounds, Dark Order number 10 and Evil Uno and Stu Grayson.
Uno, Grayson, and Vance representing Dark Order here tonight. There has been no shortage of hostility between Dark Order and Hardy Family Office.
Yeah, this is this is why this is the main event here. You got some heavy hitters right there on the Dark Order side. I'll tell you that right now. All three of those athletes are heavy hitters. You see the bunny.
We saw on Dynamite a couple weeks ago during that amazing TNT Championship match between Darby Allin and Big Money Matt Hardy that Dark Order actually came to Darby's assistance somewhat, somewhat surprisingly so.
Yeah, ticked off Big Money Matt for sure. You don't want to take, look, I know Matt a long time. He's a friend. You don't want to tick him off. And you don't want to tick off the Blade who's in the ring right now.
And the Blade, Ian Vance, number 10, Dark Order.
Two guys that are just big, rugged, nasty, muscular guys that have some time under their belt and can go. Both of them.
Yeah, Blade definitely with the experience edge, and I would say perhaps a little bit more of a mean streak, but 10 maybe just the edge on raw power.
Yeah, I think it's close on the mean streak, but I get what you're saying. That's no disrespect on Blade. I love Blade personally and professionally. I think he's great. But I mean, we've seen 10 get his lips split in half and just finish a match like it was nothing. And he wrestled the next week.
Blood just pouring
out of his
mask. Oh, look at this Private Party.
Whoa.
Some cheap shots there.
Yeah. Brooklyn in the house. What's up? Oh, yeah, that's how you do it.
Right hands to the head, the kidneys, and look at that Colt Cabana.
Colt Cabana, he's such a heathen. Sneaky, man.
Referee Bryce Remsburg with his hands full here, trying to keep order with the Dark Order and Hardy Family Office. Isaiah Cassidy through the kick, lands on his feet though, but gets trucked by Vance.
Yeah, no, he showed a lot of athleticism, no shocker. That's how Isaiah rolls. He's a tremendous athlete for sure. Both members of Private Party, but the power advantage went right there to Vance, to 10.
Stu Grayson Positioning Isaiah Cassidy in the corner. He and Uno work so well together as a tag team. Both legs hooked.
Well, I think, also, I mean, you probably touched this a little bit as we were just, going back and forth here. The chemistry end, you got to definitely heavily hand it to the Dark Order. They've been just the cohesiveness for so long together as a group where, Hardy Family Office has kind of been put together as of more recent. Like you said, you don't see Butcher here tagging with Blade. It's Private Party and Blade, which is an odd mix.
It is a stylistically strange mix, but it could be, could be very lucrative for the Hardy Family Office.
Well, everything Matt Hardy does, Big Money Matt, is lucrative. It's all about money. It's all about how much money he's making per quarter. You know that. You understand this, please.
And
he's such a, all this, what do you call it? What's the coins? The cryptocurrency?
Yeah.
Oh, Big Money Matt was talking to me earlier. He's got tons, thousands upon thousands invested. Thousands.
Far leg. Boot there after the delayed vertical suplex.
Oh, coins, right?
Yeah. Bitcoin, Doge.
Yeah, get the coin. Dojo coin? What'd you say?
Doge coin.
Oh, Doge.
Doge.
All right. Doge. All right.
Like the guys that ruled Venice years ago.
Oh, yeah. Like that, but different.
Yeah.
Well, right now, Isaiah, he's got to get out of that corner. He's got to try to get Mark Quinn in this thing or Blade.
Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, of course, the longest tenured tag team, in the Dark Order configuration. But Mark Quinn, the drop kick to that shoulder, that heavily taped shoulder of Evil Uno. The referee was distracted by Grayson. And now Private Party and the Blade taking advantage of that momentary lapse there by Dark Order.
Yeah, you see Blade just wearing out Evil Uno. Referee is all over Blade.
Quick tags in and out by Blade, Quinn, and Cassidy. Mark Quinn comes over the top rope, the double stomp on the lower back of Evil Uno.
Well, they know they got Evil Uno right where they need to have him, in that corner, and wear him out.
Just a quick right hand to the midsection there by Quinn as he's leaving the ring. Uno trying to make the charge over the corner.
Smart by Isaiah, right? Just hooked the front headlock, stopped him, brought him back in the corner.
And look you see Mark Quinn hanging on to Evil Uno.
And Matt Hardy is too on the outside. Big Money Matt Jones. Well, not Matt Jones. Whoa, little do-si-do, yo!
Private Party, back elbow, and a little bit of poetry in motion.
Huh.
Great job by Private Party, isolating Uno. Cover here. Quinn just gets a 2 count, though.
You hear Matt Hardy on the outside barking orders.
And I mean, who knows more about tag team wrestling than Matt Hardy?
Nobody. There's nobody.
Big elbow strikes exchanged by both men. Quinn doing a good job of pressuring Uno back to the corner.
I try not to do that with Team Taz. I don't micromanage. You know what I mean? I stay out of their business.
That's different management styles.
Different style, totally different style. Talk privately, we have conversations, skull sessions. You know, I don't want to tell you too much because you're a stooge. Sorry.
That's all right, Taz. No, respectfully, I understand. Some of my best friends are stooges.
Oh, I might know a couple of them. Anyway.
Evil Uno trying to make it over the corner to get the tag, but Quinn backs him into the corner. Taz, you take 35% from your guys?
No, I don't. I got to talk to Matt Hardy. He's smart. No, I do not take 35%. Now you see Mark Quinn. They're just all over Uno, man. They know Uno is hurting big time. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. What the hell?
Evil Uno with the hanging neck break.
That was... All right. Here we go. Big Blade now.
Oh, Blade. Really heads up move there. Identified the danger. Cleared Dark Order off the ropes. And sends Uno to the outside where the Bunny and Big Money Matt.
Whoa.
Look at this, Bryce Remsburg.
Well, Bryce is all over Matt Hardy, but Bunny, yeah.
Bunny just stomping him up. And Colt Cabana just turned around Bryce Remsburg.
Oh, what the hell? Wait a minute. Come on now.
The Hardy family office has been ejected from ringside.
That's not right. Well, how about the rest of Dark Order? Why is Alan Angels out there and Colt Cabana? Get them in the back, too.
Because they didn't lay hands on any members of the Hardy family office.
Colt Cabana put his hands on the referee to spin him. How about that?
Stu Grayson.
Uh-oh.
Catch. Overhead suplex.
Grayson is, yeah, he's
throwing private party all around the ring. And Grayson off the middle rope. Hooks the near leg. Cassidy in trouble. Able to kick out at the last possible moment.
Yeah, Grayson could definitely, he brings the fire, man. He comes in there and just lots of intensity. Totally athletic and mean as heck.
Vance, the pump kick.
There was a tag to Vance, and then Vance tagged in Evil Uno, who's legal right now. Uno is the legal man.
Powerbomb combo there, 1, 2, no. Blade there in time to break things up.
Those rapid tags were smart by the Dark Order. I like that offense. That's very smart.
Very smart offense that very nearly won them the match were it not for the intervention of Blade. Grayson went to spin Isaiah Cassidy, but Cassidy kept up the momentum, caught him with that enziguri. And now,
a little silly string.
Looking for the silly string. Grayson gets planted. Cassidy hung on. And now, dragged the leg. Not as pretty as when they hit it with Butcher and the Blade, but still effective. At 450, splash by Mark Quinn. 1, 2, no!
Good job by Big Vance to break that whole thing up by hitting Isaiah. Isaiah inadvertently bangs with his own partner.
Those were 3 consecutive big shots that Stu Grayson ate. Were it not for the intervention of Vance, that could have been it for Dark Order here tonight. Tag out. Grayson broke free, hit the back flipping kick.
Gotta get Vance, and here we go.
Preston Vance. Spine on the pine for Mark Quinn.
Forget it.
But Blade, Blade just ate a big elbow strike by Uno. Corkscrew enziguri there by Isaiah Cassidy. Bicycle knee strike.
Isaiah just got lit up. Whoa, watch out, nice kip up.
Grayson put on the brakes but got cleared out.
Two
by
guys.
the Blade.
Yeah.
And now Blade looking for a powerbomb, but
he's going for that full Nelson.
The full Nelson. He's going to try to put the Blade to sleep. Blade is fading. And Blade tapping out as he goes to sleep.
Winners of this match, Dark Order.
And that thing got wild towards the end. It could have went either way. Dark Order ends up capturing the victory. I mean, I think there was you got to give an assist to the damn referee for sending Matt Hardy and Bunny to the back. That was wrong. That's just not cool, man. Everything was fine and dandy.
And here we see the end of the night for Blade. He was going for the powerbomb on Grayson, but Vance was the legal man. 10 was the legal man. And Blade faded as Vance locked in the full Nelson and picks up the victory for Dark Order here tonight in our main event.
Tomorrow on TNT, with only one Dynamite left before Blood and Guts, anything can happen. Brian Cage looks to end Hangman Page's winning streak. Plus, the Inner Circle and Pinnacle's face-to-face parlay.
We are crazier than you, and you know it!
AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite, tomorrow at 8 on TNT.